That's more than 1% of the entire GDP of the United States, which is wild considering most of us can't even get autocorrect to spell our own names right. And that's just the public numbers. OpenAI, the company at the center of all this, isn't public, so we don't get to see their books. But they raised $40 billion, then lined up another $6 billion secondary share sale, and Altman casually mentioned he expects to spend trillions on data centers in the not very distant future. China's state-owned companies have reportedly spent another $500 billion on their own AI build-out, and based on global chip sales from Nvidia and AMD, the rest of the world has probably dropped about the same. So altogether, we're already past the $1 trillion mark just on the hardware alone, before even counting energy, staff, or, right now, data centers already eat about 1.5% of the world's total electricity, and according to the International Energy Agency, that number could double by 2030 if AI growth keeps going like this. Which is a fun way of saying we might run out of electricity because your chatbot needed to write a limerick about avocados. The United States grid is especially not ready for this. Most of it was built in the 1960s and 70s, and it's running with just 15% reserve capacity. Meanwhile, China, who built their grid way more recently, runs at 100% reserve, meaning they can casually plug in another few million GPUs without blacking out an entire region. And this strain is already showing up on our bills. US electricity prices have nearly doubled in the past 3 years, partly thanks to this AI build-out. That hits every industry, not just tech. Which means when your grocery bill goes up, part of that might actually be your neighbor asking an LLM to write their wedding vows. The Goldman Sachs analysts say new large-scale power capacity in key U.S. markets won't come online until 2028, and data center vacancy rates are already below 3%. So the AI boom is slamming into a literal wall. There's nowhere left to plug it all in. New Massachusetts Institute of Technology report called The Gen AI Divide found that 95% of companies using generative AI got zero return on investment.